Good morning, Novi, and welcome to the Cat's Eye News. I'm Lauren Goodeman.
And I'm Emma Dusenberry. In international news, 11 out of 76 of Thailand's provinces have been affected by intense flooding. Heavy rain has caused the area to be submerged for 6 days and has already caused the death of 14 people. While more rain is expected in the future, the waters are beginning to recede.
President-elect Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump, met with the former Vice President Al Gore the other day to discuss climate change. This has raised questions about Ivanka's political involvement. Ivanka has also sat down with the Prime Minister of Japan and has been on the phone with the President of Argentina. She has been a very active part in Donald Trump's political career so far, prompting questions about Trump's plan to keep his business and presidency work separated. Awkward Pause has been a part of Novi High School over the last decade. Here's a look into its formation and goals.
Again, it's not about this is how you should live your life. It's social change can come in a lot of different ways, and a lot of that from the troop comes from people understanding where other people are coming from.
For the past 13 years, students have gotten used to Awkward Pause performing during the school year, but it wasn't always like that. Heather McCagg, who is the founder and director of Awkward Pause, sits down with us and explains how the troop began.
Awkward Pause began as a project for my thesis. I was getting a master's degree at Eastern Michigan. And then about halfway through the summer, the students approached me and they said, we really want to do a show because we feel like we're doing this in a vacuum and we want to actually have it be leading toward something. So at that point, I said, great, let's do it then. And we had a show at the very end of the summer in 2003 and had a phenomenal response from the staff in the spring of 2004. They were just completely on board and so complimentary of the kids. Kids were coming and telling me, oh, my teacher in this class or that class, all across the school were saying that they just were really excited about the idea of it. So once we decided that spring, this is going to be a thing. Then that summer, we rehearsed a little bit over the summer, which we don't do anymore because things are a little bit more in a groove. But that summer, we had one of our meetings and I determined that it would be a really good idea to have a mission statement because the mission statement can be a guiding force. You can always go back to, does this fit with our mission? Are we doing something that applies to our mission? And does it help us meet our mission? So the mission is to create an awkward pause. That's the first part. And we also, at that same meeting, we decided on the name, Awkward Pause. And that came out of thinking about plays and the way plays are structured. And then it kind of just spiraled from there into something bigger.
From the Cat's Eye News, this is Travis Stebbins.
Drama Club has a meeting today after school in the Black Box. The meeting will start at 2:05 and will provide snacks. Come down to watch performances from students who competed in Michigan State Thespian Festival this past weekend. The Girls Who Code event club is participating in a worldwide event, Hour of Code. Today will be an introduction to the world of coding, and Thursday will be the hackathon. The event will take place in Mrs. Franchi's room 221.
Tomorrow is the last day to bring your crayons and coloring books to your AA class. Bridgepoint is working with Novi to use coloring books and crayon donations as part of holiday gifts for Detroit children in need. The AA class with the most supplies donated will win a free breakfast. Student Council will match every donation made. Biology Olympiad registration meeting is happening Thursday, December 8th at 2:10 in Mr. Crockett's room 190. That's all for your school news. Now over to Renee with your sports.
Thanks, Lauren. Last night, the volleyball and boys cross-country teams were recognized for their accomplishments at the Novi Civic Center. The boys were recognized for being academic state champions, having earned a team average GPA of a 4.0, and the girls were credited for being the best team in the state. Today, the volleyball team is being honored at the state capitol. At 6:30 p.m., the boys swim and dive team will compete at a dual meet in Plymouth, Canton. Almost all of Novi's basketball teams will play tonight as well. The girls will play at home in the performance gym, JV at 5:30 and varsity at 7. The boys' basketball teams will both compete at 4 o'clock. The freshman team will be in the field house and junior varsity in the performance gym. That's all for today's sports. Now back to Lauren and Emma.
That's all for today's broadcast. For more, tune into the Cat's Eye News. I'm Lauren Goodeman.
And I'm Emma Dusenbury. Have a great Tuesday, Novi.